Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 18 Gator. I smell fear in that offense. Go.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Come on.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You draw Corker.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
60 outlaw. Check. 154. Alpha. You ain't doing nothing.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now Jones trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Prescott from the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
70, Indy.
On 2nd and 9, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
18 Gator. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes.
Check it back.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Forbath, the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Barkley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are backed up as far as you can go as they'll start this drive on their own 1-yard line.
And whenever I see the Cowboys backed up on their own 1-yard line, I think of one thing. Tony Dorsett at the old Metrodome playing against the Vikings when he got away with a 99-yard touchdown run and did it with only 10 guys on the field on offense for the Cowboys. So in this situation, I highly suggest they bring the 11th guy out to aid their cause.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Here we go. 47. Check, 47. Let's go.
To throw is Prescott. And it's complete to Kelsey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick back in 2016, started all 48 games in his first 3 years in the NFL and now making start number 49 to kick off 2019.
Here we go. Mike, 47. Hey. 26.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go. 57. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Draw play, Elliott. Big hold of the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
Prescott to throw it. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones now. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it's 3rd down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Stop your body. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Jones. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
All day, every day, any day. Go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. But a spark that ignited the Cowboys-Giants rivalry goes back to 1960 when Dallas's first head coach and former New York Giants assistant Tom Landry brought his 0-10 rookie squad into Yankee Stadium. That game would finish a 31-31 tie, the only non-loss in the expansion Cowboys' first season. 6 decades later, still one of the most heated rivalries in the NFL. Heck, even Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett spent 3 seasons in a Giants uniform. And Dallas leads the overall series, including the last 4 meetings.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Down to lose 1. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Throwing again. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Finds his tight end Ingram. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Elliott. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Out
of his end zone, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Elliott. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the run, watch the run. Right there. Hey, Haywood.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. It's complete to Golden Tate. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, Charlie!
Looking to throw. Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Prescott down. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now it's Tate. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. On the move to his left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Go! 10 Let's go. Go!
Jones now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they did it in shutout fashion.